Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at Alestorm Quadruple Duelling Gnarler Coaster created by Fubar. So, stay tuned, and let's check it out. Alright, this was sent in by one of our Discord advanced builders, Fubar, and he says, this is a 4 dueling gnarler coaster with pirate themed, is based on a pirate metal band of the same name. 4K blueprint, so Alestorm logos are available as separate blueprints. So what he means by this is he's used up the full 4K decorating this insane quadruple synced wooden coaster, and he didn't have enough pieces left over for the signs. So there are 2 different signs that you can download on his workshop. Links will also be down in the description below. One is a giant lit sign that goes at the top of the coaster on either side, and you can see that, you know, from anywhere in the park essentially because it's so big. And then the other 2 are more mounted signs that kind of like your traditional held up by scaffold, and I don't think they are lit, these ones, and those ones go on the ground on either side of the kind of the queues or entrances to the station platforms. So this one is really interesting, guys, because it's a quadruple dueling coaster, and I'm showing off some footage right now, as you can see, and what a doozy this one is. What a doozy. So, if you're going to place this in your park, guys, be prepared to have the space. It is nearly end-to-end in terms of length of the park map. You got a little bit of wiggle room on either side, but it's essentially touching the park borders end to end. It is narrow, so if you tucked it off at the back of your park, or even in the middle as like kind of like the centerpiece, it is high enough so that pathways can pass underneath it. So you could either place it at the middle of your park or at the end of the park, but be prepared to have this one take up a good chunk of your park. It's honestly probably the biggest coaster blueprint footprint that I have ever witnessed. Not only is it a quadruple dueling coaster, but it's also themed pretty well, and the setup, I didn't show the setup like I normally do, but yeah, this is a blueprint, and you would think that setting up 4 different stations would be quite complicated. He actually did a nearly flawless job of setting it up. He has the scaffold in place for you to guide your queues out, so you set up all your queues, you just follow the directions with angle snap on, so it's very easy to set up. You run them out the front, or I guess the left and right side. There's a top platform and a bottom platform. So the coasters there's 2 up top and 2 down below. 2 of them flow out the left and 2 of them flow out the right. And then afterwards you just set up your exits, and it's pretty straightforward, and he's done a really good job at making it pretty clean. Now, I did find a bug in terms of feedback for Fubar. Hopefully I'll remember to show it off at the end of the video. In terms of the exit queue, I couldn't quite get it to go out, but that's okay. Maybe some people have better luck than I did, but I'll try and remember to show it off at the very end of the video. So here's a little description on the Steam Workshop page, everybody. Alestorm Quadruple Duelling Gnarler. Do what you want, because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Dare ye ride the Alestorm 4 massive dueling gnarler coasters, one of only a few 4 synchronized setups for a truly epic wooden roller coaster experience. This set of 4 popular coasters will get through 192 guests every 2 minutes and 30 seconds at a $30 per person. Holy moly, let's pull out the calculator. Let's do some math here. This is absolutely insane. 192 guests times $30 each equals $5,760 every 2.5 minutes. Holy crap, that's absolutely insane. In an hour, what's that gonna be? You're essentially making $115,000 every hour playing Planet Coaster with this in your park. Oh, talk about a tycoon moneymaker, you guys. That is absolutely insane. So he's got 4 coasters in here. One is called the Leviathan. Then you have Shipwrecked, Keelhauled, and Captain Morgan's Revenge. They're all essentially kind of similar, but they do have their own little variations and tweaks. They are battling and racing, and they all leave at the same time, and roughly they all come in at the same time as well. They're pretty darn close. So this is a pretty exciting episode, guys. I can't wait to dive into this and check these out. So let's take a quick look at the Steam page and then ride some quad coasters. All right, here it is, everybody. Alestorm Quadruple Duelling Gnarler, created by Fubar89. Links will be down in the description if you want to come rate it, favorite it, and subscribe to it. Absolutely amazing. 4 stars. Let's try and get this up to 5, you guys. This is such a crazy creation. As mentioned, he has the signs in a separate blueprint download. It looks really nice. This is the lit one, so you can see here it goes on the side and lights up. Looks super cool. Very nice. And then you got the ground ones. I guess the ground ones are lit as well, but you can see they're being held up by some beams, and you just place it down here. Very awesome. All right, let's dive on into it and ride some coasters. All right, so I think what we're going to do here, guys, we usually ride 4 perspectives, and we have 4 coasters here. So we're going to go on Captain Morgan's Revenge in point of view, and then we'll do cinematic in this second one, which is Keelhauled. Then we're going to do night POV here, and then night cinematic here. Quick look at the stats here. We got a 7.95 excitement, 6.34 fear, 2.4 nausea. Here's the rest of the results if you want to see them. Length is 1,800 meters. Pretty darn crazy. Max speed 83 miles per hour. I'm assuming all the stats are roughly the same. Yeah, the outside ones match the most. The inner 2 match the most as well. Very cool. All right, let's jump on into it. This is so crazy. Oh my god. Absolutely incredible. Holy crap. So high. Holy freaking crap, that was absolutely incredible. My goodness, one of my favorite blueprint coaster spotlights in a long time. I mean, that is very unique. We've never seen something this big and this badass. Holy crap, what a crazy blueprint. And I do have to say, right now, I'm probably getting about 40 FPS. At some points it dipped to about 30. I think all these wood supports, the game doesn't know how to handle them very well. There's a lot of them. My goodness. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there was a path that had a little bit of a problem. As you can see here, I had a path that rather than following the queue, I had to go around the outside and in. I don't know why. I think this one is a little too low, which doesn't really make sense because it worked on the other side. I don't know what the problem was, but it would not let me path through here. So I don't know, maybe you can look into it. Maybe other people that set it up won't have the issue. Maybe it was just a one-off situation. But I did want to kind of look at the queue again for you guys, because as I mentioned in the beginning of the episode, it was really easy to set up. You angle snap the queue out, and you just follow these little railings that he's built, all scaffolded in, so you just follow that along, and it guides you perfectly. And I much prefer this method of putting these little guides around the outside that kind of integrate and line up with the paths. Like when you place the path down, it blends in with the path, and it's much better than those funky arrows that we've often seen, because they become part of the scenery after, and you're not deleting them. So if anyone's doing their queues, take a note from this, and definitely do it to this style where you angle snap from the inside out. So you start here. That's always the best way to do it. Angle snap your way out. Guide people with custom supports. You could even have railings. That would be one of my suggestions, but I know he hit the 4K limit on this. But railings are definitely nice. They add a touch. And then you just follow it on out. For the exits, he did it really clever, where it's the closest to the exit here, or the end of the platform. So you just wiggle your way out, it comes down, and then the one right underneath it, it goes straight out and ties into this one, and then everybody flows out the center here. Really well done, and I can't believe how many people can get on this thing. As you saw, there's 2 trains running on each one, so 8 coasters running on this simultaneously. I mean, you could probably even get a third, maybe? I don't know. But the length and the duration would definitely be long enough. You would just need to have a break block section somewhere in there. So I don't know, but either way, we did the math, and $120,000 per hour is pretty darn incredible. So this is the Megalith moneymaker, probably world record, I would have to say, that we've seen out of 300-ish coaster spotlights so far. Definitely holds the record for money-making potential. I mean, what an incredible episode. Really well done, Fubar. Hats off to you. This was spectacular. Wowee. So there you go, everybody. That was Alestorm Quadruple Duelling Gnarler, created by Fubar, and that's going to do it for this episode of Coaster Spotlight. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to smash that like button, share on social media with your friends. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster videos. And if you guys would like to support the show and keep it going, you could do so by becoming a patron. Alright, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.